Let's introduce you to our starting goaltenders in this Game 2 between the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings and the Minnesota Blue Hawks. First for the visitors. He came in relief yesterday. It's going to be Elias Johansson's net to start this contest off. 6'1", 195, the 20-year-old from Gothenburg, Sweden. Johansson stopping 9 out of 11 yesterday, coming in relief of Eli Marchese after Marchese surrendered 4. On the other side, he's getting a start again today. Played very well. 36 of 38 stops for Ian Tum, a 5'10", 159, the 18-year-old out of Carmel, New York. We said, we thought it was going to be Yildirim coming in. We wondered, did coach know something about putting Tum in? Played pretty well in net. You got to stick with him today.
Yeah, you got to stick with him. And a couple other things that are going on out here that the Riverkings have. You talk about the power play. You talk about the special teams, the goaltending. But the Riverkings have, Tricarico, their leading scorer, did he have a point yesterday? I don't even know if he had an assist. I don't think he had a point at all. So the Riverkings have multiple options. The Blue Hawks, their 2 goals were scored by their leading scorer, Lamont. So I think the Riverkings have some more opportunities. You shut one down, somebody else steps up like Falkai did yesterday, and he took the offensive load on his shoulders and just really helped put this away.
We are underway in Game 2. The Riverkings in the blue and Kelly green trimmed white jerseys going from left to right across their computer screen mobile device or on the Roku. The black and electric blue jerseys going from right to left here in period number 1 for the Minnesota Blue Hawks right on the doorstep, and that one is denied as Tommy Babb got open. Zach Lamont found him. Here comes Tricarico one-on-one with the defender. Gabe Myers had his pocket pick. Lamont trying to skate through, and Sebastian Potter is on the puck. You're absolutely right. Not a lot out of that first line yesterday. They did control the play. They got plenty of opportunities, but a lot of that scoring coming all the way through. And don't forget about Jake Bryceland as well, scoring his first ever goal in junior hockey. Here's Ethan Dominique, shot save made, and out of the top of the blue paint, Elias Johansson will cover the puck.
And Myers making sure his goaltender is protected there. He gave a little extra shove to, I'm not sure, I think it was Dominique who was coming in there just looking for a rebound.
Elias Johansson, we saw yesterday coming in, stopped 9 out of 11. They'll need him to play very well again today, or those Riverkings were off to a fast start, a 2-0 lead after 20 yesterday. Got out to a 4-0 lead, and then the Blue Hawks installing a little bit of doubt, but turn right back. What a save made off of the doorstep by Johansson. A touch right there by Ian Bowman, who had himself a decent game yesterday with 3 assists. And another save made as the Riverkings get off to another one of those fast starts you talk about, Mark.
Yeah, that puck, good hard work back behind the net, and that puck came out in the slot, and Hill knocked it down about waist high with his stick. I'm not quite sure how Jacobson made that save, or Johansson made that save.
In good positioning, Elias Johansson off to a decent start. It's 3 shots for the Riverkings, 1 the other way for the Blue Hawks. Some quality scoring chances early on in this contest. Sent in by Falkai, a long wrist shot will be knocked down, and Johansson will just swallow that one up and hang on. Going to be very important, the rebound control here today for Elias Johansson. There were a couple of occasions, remember yesterday, where it hit the glove and then bounced out. The Riverkings weren't on top of it. But maybe they saw a little something they might be thinking about shooting that way here today.
Yeah, they didn't need it last night, but good pressure again by the Riverkings.
It's Falkai in on the forecheck as Dylan Hender gives back to his defenseman. Malutin will play it ahead, and then it's intercepted by Hill. Hill turning back, dishes off for Falkai. He has to spin back, has Dubel at the point, but swings it over to the far side point. Whitehead, wrist shot, save made, and held on to by Johansson.
Yeah, Hill was cutting across the front of the net to create a little screen there, and Johansson was able to make a good save on that with a little bit of screen in front of him. Puts it in the glove and stops play with. Got the offensive zone face-off here for the Riverkings stick side for Johansson.
It'll be Carl Grafelman winning it, but taken away by Bryceland, trying to wrap it in front. Deflected off of number 5, Noah Scherf. Didn't see him out on the ice yesterday. Matt LaJoy back to the line, hurried on, and then deflected aside by Johansson. Riverkings off to a quick start here. 5 shots on goal, but it'll be carried ahead by Mike Abrego. Mike Abrego out with Riley Lubers and Grafelman. Had a good regular season as one of the defensemen for the Riverkings goes piling into the net. Off for the moorings. Tum is back up. Can't see who that River King is that's down. It's one of the defensemen.
Might be Duval. No, Falk or Medved. I couldn't tell if it was 3 or 5. It's 5.
Braden Medved went crashing in. Was a little slow to get up. Good to see he is back to his skates. Might have just collided inadvertently with Abrego who checked in on him. Everybody A-OK. Another face-off coming up here with 17:38 remaining in the period.
Yeah, Medved had a couple of words for Abreu, but
back to the line. It's held in by Mark Abrego. Riley Lubers attempted to center there for Grafelman, was rejected. Now swung around over to the far side for Mike Abrego. He gets played into the boards by Matt LaJoy. Still loose at the top of the circle, eventually played back down low. Grafelman will chip around John Leppert. Chases the puck into the corner, leaves back. Only LaJoy is there. It's off of Grafelman again. Picked back up by Leppert. His pass ahead finds Bryceland. He's got some room up the right-hand side. Bryceland in over the Blue Hawks blue line. Will chase it back down in the corner. He gets run out of room by Mark Abrego. Comes back up with it, but then Riley Lubers intercepts and then plays it up into the rafters. Well, not into the rafters, but almost up onto the mezzanine here.
It was at us. If it had a little more elevation, it would have been right in Matt's lap. One of your laps.
I felt the reverberation of it hitting something. Thankfully, it wasn't Zach. We'll need to go down a cameraman here.
No, he's tough. I think he could still hold the camera.
Well, we know he's emotionally tough because he's a Bears fan, and that can't be easy. Back in the corner, here's Cooper. Attempted centering pass, does not make it through. And up the far side with plenty of speed, that is number 6, Nate Cheney. Goes right into Ian Tum. A little company. Jamison Clark also an insertion into the lineup for Jay Witta today.
Wanted to make sure he had a little snow to go with that puck stoppage.
A couple of changes being made on the Blue Hawks side as Jamison Clark, one of them, he was not in the contest yesterday. Former Des Moines Buccaneer, 18 AAA player.
It almost looked like it hit a helmet out front.
Cheney back to the line for Barassa. His shot got deflected. Also new into the lineup today, number 40, Joseph Rosenberg. Played ahead, it'll be swung over to this side now, and it's Cooper across the line as Griffin Joy with him. Joy scored the first goal of the game yesterday. Ripped away by Barassa on a chance for a 3-on-2. Over to the far side, Rosenberg steps in, changes the angle, got a shot off.
Good save.
Yeah, it ended up deflecting wide. I didn't think he was going to get a chance. There's another shot from Barassa, and that sails wide. Eventually, Bagnoli just has to fire it down the length of the ice. It'll go all the way, but won't have enough for icing, or at least Shaner got close enough to it to negate the icing. Almost turnover now. A stick comes up on Joy as he was tied up there with Shaner. And then intercepted by Shaner at his own blue line. He'll step in as Leppert falls down. A good play by Dominy as he got the stick up on Shaner. Now here come the Riverkings back in at center. Away from Ulston is Potter. Potter will take it back behind the net. Mal surveys, throws in front. The net's off the mooring. The puck went in, and the goal will be waved off.
They're waving it off.
Kupalo put it home. The goal light went off. The ref was in really good position, saw it exactly the way he wanted. And I'm going to guess he'll say the net was off the moorings before the puck went in.
Yeah, Tricarico got buried into the net. Really good scoring opportunity, but no advent of replay for the officials to look at down here, so they wave it off. No goal, and we will have a face-off here coming up to the stick side of Johansson.
It's a good play by Potter. Found some space, went back behind. We talked a little bit yesterday, Mark, about causing chaos to those goaltenders. That's exactly what happened there as Potter just throws the puck out front and had some white jerseys there looking for the loose change. Now banked off of the back of the net. Here are the Blue Hawks looking for the exit, but once again, Potter on the forecheck, able to rip the puck away. There's a shot, a save made by Johansson. Potter on the rebound up front. Tricarico swing and a miss. Still loose. Eventually, the Blue Hawks able to carry back out to center. Gavin Gordon, left winger number 24, carrying in. Tum just drops it off and swings the puck around back to the point where Alston awaits. Alston chopping down low, intercepted by the Riverkings. Give it on for Ethan Dominy. He's got Tricarico ahead. He got cut off by Sherp, but a backhander and a save made by Johansson.
Here was one of those rebounds you were talking about that was out there, but Blue Hawks were able to clear.
Carried in over the line once again. Good play by Leppert. Dominy will feed the puck back out to center. That's pretty vintage Will Tricarico right there, just going right to the net mouth with force and somehow coming up with an opportunity. We're going to get a penalty here. Now it's Hender's shot. That one blocked. Babb could not flag it down. And as Tum puts the touch on, we'll see a Blue Hawks power play.
They called the slash. I saw the Blue Hawks player go down, but I didn't.
It was Gabe Myers who ended up getting spilled, and it looks like this will be Falkide. So you mentioned it yesterday. That's kind of a double whammy anytime you see Falkide go into the box. Also a penalty killer. But yesterday, right when he got out of the box, the Riverkings went on a 4-on-3 power play, and he scored his hat-trick goal.
Kupalo is trying to... we can play 5-on-5, right? Maybe not.
Face-off coming up over the left-hand side of Ian Tum. 0 for 4 on the power play yesterday for the Blue Hawks. They did score shortly after their first power play.
Well, this will be a good test to see if you can keep riding that penalty kill momentum from last night.
Yeah, the penalty kill has been excellent against the Blue Hawks all season long for the Riverkings. Over 90%, and then perfect yesterday. Mike and Mark Abrego. Mike has it. Mark, one-timer. Save made by Tum. It's in good position and let that one hit the glove. Another shot hurried on. Save made off a Chase Mann deflection. Rebound chance, score. Mike Abrego puts it home. A net mouth scramble. And it's 1-0 Blue Hawks.
Yeah, two Riverkings defensemen ended up kind of on their knees, and that puck was bouncing around, and nobody could get control of it. And Tum basically was trying to cover up as much as he could, and it went up over his shoulder on the blocker side.
And again, just that chaos, putting the puck to the net, save, rebound, scramble in front, especially when you're on the power play. You got the man advantage, you got that extra body out there to try to put it home. And this time it's Mike Abrego who does. First goal of the playoffs for the Anchorage, Alaska native.
They've still got the penalty up on the board, but that's cleared.
Well, it was Abrego with 17 goals in the regular season. I believe his brother Mark will get an assist on that. Chase Mann was also causing some disruptions this front as the Riverkings face their first deficit of this playoff series. Here's Bowman. Carried across the line, trying to drop it back. Cloutier able to clear past Leppert. Not much further than him, though. He'll swing over to Kupalo. Sends in, but intercepted by Barassa. And now Shaner ahead. Cloutier, nice touch on Labatt, 2-on-2. He's got Clark breaking to the net mouth. Going to feed it that way. Deflects off of Kupalo. And it's picked back up by the Riverkings. Hill stripped to the puck. Rosenberg carries in, trying to split all the way through the defense. Lost the handle. He'll play it back down low for Jamison Clark. Kupalo, nice play to tie him up. We'll ring it around up to the top of the circle. Matt LaJoy helping the puck get back to the line, but not out. And a turnaround shot by Clark denied. Now the Riverkings looking for the exit. Once again, a couple of players tied up back behind it. A chance for some numbers. It's Falkide over the line with a shot. The save is made by Johansson. Just able to get the right side of his torso on that one. Now Bowman tracking back. There were moments in the game yesterday, Mark, where we saw things open up a bit, and it seemed like we were just about to see that.
Yeah, they've been going back and forth.
Falkide attempts a long wrist shot. It got blocked. Picked back up by the Blue Hawks. Sent out to center. It's Bowman holding, giving off for Hill. Riverkings are making some changes. Hill wants to go off, so he'll just softly put it into the Blue Hawks zone where it's taken by Labatt. Turns, revs up, and goes over to his right-hand side. Labatt chipping into the offensive zone. Met there by Dubel. Labatt got to it first. Gordon trying to pull it out of the pile. Labatt helps it on. Gives to Gordon. Gavin Gordon stripped to the puck. What assist for him yesterday on one of the 2 Labatt goals. Gordon trying to play it back to the line. Here's Malutin, shot blocked out of the way. Another follow-up chance to flex up. And out of play as LaJoy got a stick on it.
Well, the Riverkings are going to have to watch it. Bab was all alone in the slot. If Gordon could have gotten that puck back out to him in the middle, but it was a good play by, I think it might have been Whitehead back there, tying him up back behind the net, so wasn't able to make that pass.
Blue Hawks going to work again after the face-off win, applying a lot of pressure on the forecheck. It's a centering pass that's intercepted. And now here comes Priceland. Stripped to the puck. Babb gives off for Gordon, unable to settle it down. Still loose inside the Riverkings zone. Whitehead trying to get around Lamont, could not. Nico Peel attempts to clear, dishes off. Whitehead, sensing the danger, just lifts out to center. Myers pass went into the skates of Gordon. Myers trying to get through. He gets tied up and out. Gordon comes up with the puck and he'll skate right one-on-one with a defender. Dubel works wide, passes through, and Luber's trying to turn that one on the net. Pardon me, that was Babb, and he's still down behind the play. Babb a little slow to get up.
Blue Hawks forecheck has really given the Riverkings trouble trying to get out of their own zone and get into the offensive zone to get anything set up. It looks like they changed up a couple of things from last night.
Yeah, getting a bit aggressive, a bit more aggressive than they were in the first 10 minutes or so of yesterday's game. As we'll get a whistle here for an icing with 10:13 left in the first period.
And looking at some other scores with the Minnesota Moose did defeat Steele County today, so they took care of business and are moving on to the second round. And the other games are all started at 7 o'clock, just like this one did. My computer's not pulling anything up, though. I just keep up to date on scores.
Well, the Hudson Havoc are out to a 4-0 lead on the Ducks. I can give you that much. And then 7:15 a start time for the Outlaws. I think like our Wi-Fi's are out of sync. Yours works and mine doesn't. So we just got to cover each other as that one is stopped. And a nice play to clear it off of the doorstep by Johansson.
Bowman was right on the doorstep, but Johansson got some help from his defense to clear it before Bowman could get that rebound.
Barassa passed up, but it's Bowman again with a shot. Hill got spilled in front. Back to Volkite, who ended up chopping that one just wide. Had a lot of weight on it. Give it back to Kupalo. He'll think about shooting. Throws it back down for Hill. Comes back to Kupalo. He'll shoot this time. Goes wide. Rebound chance kicked away by Barassa. Again, Bowman was right there with an empty net. Kupalo unable to settle that one down. Puck goes into the Blue Hawks bench and a face-off coming up outside.
Almost looked like that bounced off the Blue Hawks player towards the net, and I was listening to the Badger game on the way in here. The Badgers had that happen against Michigan tonight in their playoff game. The Badger defenseman deflected a puck into their own net.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Just been bad luck for the Badgers, hasn't it? They were up 5-4 yesterday, and then a late empty net goal tied it for Michigan.
Yeah, lost it in overtime.
Yeah, it's just been that kind of year, actually, that kind of few years, unfortunately. Here's Barassa. Chipped away, centering pass. They were looking there for Owen Atkins, and then a big hit applied by number 26. Atkins, 5'8", 5'10", 215. Follow-up chance.
Bouncing puck.
And Atkins will get right back to it. Johansson doesn't have a stick. It's right between the wickets. Johansson will have a chance to finally pick that back up. And a good opportunity there by the fourth line of the Riverkings. And then Atkins having some words with the bench. Bringing a bit of sandpaper to this one. Offside will be called against the Riverkings.
Yeah, there was a deflection out at center ice.
It took a little while for things to get chippy yesterday. Now the question is, are we going to see it get chippy early on here?
It sure looks like it, because there's a lot of chirping going back and forth between players. And if you're the Riverkings, I think you start looking at the scoreboard, and it's like you got to take care of business and get that equaled back up first.
Temperature starting to rise a little bit here inside the Southwood County Rec Center. Trick Herrico across the line, going to fire a shot that would have deflected off of Scherf. at the side of the net. Mann dips the check of Dominic. Didn't get to the puck, though. Now some jousting for it. Eventually kicked free by Chase Mann. Mann will follow the puck up. Gives ahead for Dylan Hender. One-on-one with the defender. Tries a shot deflected wide. Medved got in the way of it. Hender trying to dish back. Potter comes back to help out his defenseman. Now Mann, good positioning on the puck. Gives back for Cloutier. He fires a shot, but that one deflects wide. There's Matisse Mayville up the wall. Scherf trying to settle the puck down, but it's on the stick of Dominic. Tricarico stays onside. Dominic with a shot block. Trying to follow it up, but Malliaton was right in his way. Here's Tricarico again. Surveys back to the line. Mayville fires a shot. That one deflected up and into the netting.
Yeah, Cloutier got a piece of that one with his stick and up into the netting, so stop play, and that furious pace that you were talking about kind of picked back up here now.
Yeah, it absolutely has. The intensity is really starting to ramp up, and the Riverkings with a good pushback on that last shift. There's Clark out to center. This one misses. Everybody going to go down. No icing, though. Leppert and Kupalo have to come back to play the puck. There you see the forecheck causing some issues once again. Abrego stepped up out of the center, put it back into the Riverkings zone. Bryceland kicks it free, and he'll chip past Mark Abrego and try to chase. Up the wall, the Joy on the intercept. Feeds it back down low. Myers catches up to it. Mark Abrego. Bank pass ahead for Clark. Looks over the line. Will send it ahead for nobody in particular. Might have been thinking about Rosenberg, but it went onto the stick of Kupalo, and out Kupalo on its center. That one took a deflection, and it must have been a River King stick on the wrong side of the red line. I thought it went off of a Blue Ox player, but icing nonetheless. Brings us down to 6:42 left in the first. A 1-0 lead for the Minnesota Blue Ox, trying to stave off elimination in this contest.
And picked up Sante and the Squatch are tied up 1-1 with 15 minutes left in the first period.
I was going to say, is it 30 seconds into the game?
Well, there was one goal and it was 19-something, so the Squatch scored really early within the first minute, and Asante was figured out a way to get it tied back up. So
yeah, they were coming fast and furious. The goals were in the first couple of minutes of the game yesterday, and then in the last couple of minutes of the first period. That one got tied up on the back of the net, and we'll have a face-off coming up over the left-hand side of Ian Tump. Babb v. Falkide, won by the River Kings. Leppert comes back over to this side, gives over for Kupalo. River Kings are able to break that forecheck, and here's Falkide in flight. Falkide on the left-hand side with a shot. That one missed the target. Comes back to the point. Leppert could not hold, and now Babb will chase, but Kupalo catches up to the puck first. Otherwise, Babb and Lamont might have been going 2-on-1. Kupalo ahead for Hill. Swung across over to the far side. Falkide over the line. Toe drags, gets in. Backhander save made. Rebound chance wide, and then throw it through the blue paints.
Wow, really good play. Jacobson was equal to Johansson.
You're almost so used to seeing Falkide take that shot. I think everyone was surprised when he stick-handled in. Went for the backhander. Johansson in good position, though. Here comes Lamont. Tapped on for Babb, and Gordon just unable to hold that one on the side, and we'll get a whistle here for an offside with 5:38 left in the first.
Yeah, Leppert with a good poke check there to just poke it across the line and cause that offside.
And the goal scored by Mike Abrego, his first of the playoffs. Had 16 in the regular season. Now here comes Will Tricarico, 39 in the regular season. Can't get around Scherf. Played back out to center where Whitehead will knock the puck down. He and James Dubel in their own zone. Dubel missed on the pass. Johansson had to play the puck. It caroms back out to Alston. Flushed out by Tricarico. Rushed by Domini. Backhanded out to center. Dubel trying to chase it down. He's taken out by Mike Abrego. And he's going to take a penalty for a hook.
Well, here's your opportunity if you're the River Kings. You're down one. Got to keep that momentum on the power play that would use this man advantage to end up tying this game up here. Just over 5 minutes left. I was thinking, 1-0 lead isn't a big, 1-0 is not overcomable with 2 periods to go, but you need to take advantage of this and get this tied up here, equalize things. You stem the tide. The Blue Ox came out and really took it to you in the first 10 minutes.
Falkite one-timer, and that one gets blocked on the way as Scherf stepped in front of it.
He felt it.
I'll tell you, Scherf we did not see in the lineup yesterday, but he is drawing some pretty big assignments. He's out here on the penalty kill, and I've noticed he's been out on the ice each time. Will Tricarico has been too. Settled down by Bowman off of the face-off. Kupalo setting up at the near side point. Surveys his options. Falkite on this right side. Watch him. He's got a rocket of a one-timer. Looked to step into it. Thought about doing it. Then fed back off for Kupalo. Over to this side. Falkite one-timer. Didn't have the good body positioning on that. And taken away by Chase Mann. He'll go one-on-one with Kupalo back. Mann had it poked away. Dips around Kupalo. Falkite coming back to help out. Here are the Riverkings still on the power play for the next 1:18, and it's Kupalo carrying it over the line. Falkite and Mann were tied up back behind the play. Bowman calling for it at the circle, centering pass. Hill couldn't catch it in time. Mann ties him up, and then Mann will just back in it with authority back down into the Riverkings zone.
Yeah, and Falkite, you talked about body position on that one by Falkite. I think that puck was rolling a little bit too. It wasn't flat on the ice. So.
Yeah, turned them around a little bit. Remember, 3 of 4 on the power play for the Riverkings yesterday. Still with 47 seconds on the man advantage. They got Tricarico out on the ice now. Tricarico fires a shot, save made, and then right onto the stick of Lamont. Not a bad idea at all by Tricarico. Get that puck toward the net. See if we can get a fortunate rebound.
Yep, the rebounds have been there tonight. The Riverkings haven't been able to find one yet.
Tricarico gives across for Nico Peel and over the line. He'll try a shot. It goes off of Mark Abrego and into the netting out of play. 21 seconds left on the man advantage.
Yeah, 21 seconds left. You hit the face-off here coming up to the glove side of Johansson, and let's see if you can win. The Blue Ox win it. Can you hold it? Nope.
Big face-off win by the Blue Ox as they'll set it the length of the ice. Remember, we had said at the outset that they were going to need their special teams. Well, maybe the best thing was for them not to have to go shorthanded, but it looks like they might come up with the first penalty kill here, as they indeed have. And now here come the Blue Ox with a Brego fresh shot of the box. Babb with Bryceland skating back quickly. Kupalo will cut him off. Bryceland back to help out. Played back up the wall, and now here comes Bryceland. Bryceland across the line, poke checked away from him. Falkite just let it go because he knew it would have been offside, and now here's Bryceland spinning back at center. Stripped to the puck, carried ahead by Babb, one-on-one with Leppert, trying to shot. Leppert gets a stick in the way, and that will go up into the netting, and then a little bit of pushing afterward.
Babb gave Leppert just a little extra shove. You wonder, maybe just trying to sucker the River King player into a little retaliation or something. That River Kings are going to have to stay disciplined here and stay out of the penalty box.
Matt Leppert, a veteran player, over 150 junior games, very smart. Knew that he didn't want to take a penalty in that moment. Now carrying right out, Falkite put himself into the slot area and then had a backhand into the wall. And again, we see that forecheck of the Blue Ox swarming. And the River Kings having a bit of an issue. Eventually able to work it out over to Hill. Hill across the line, over for Bowman. Settled it down with a skate, then got tied up by Barassa. Barassa fights through a stick check. It'll be Clark back at his center. Falkite right behind him, able to lift the stick. And then turned over now. Here's Rosenberg. Shot, kick save made as Tum steps out and gets the stop. There's Clark. Attempted centering pass for Rosenberg, just missed. Rosenberg deals back Shaner one-timer. A bouncer toward the net mouth, missed it wide. Into the final 2 minutes of the first period. Blue Ox leading 1-0. Shot blocked on the way. Clark back up the wall. Barassa wrist shot deflected just wide. Rosenberg in front. Now Hill pass ahead for Falkite. Barassa trying to catch up. Falkite dips around. Save made, and then the rebound clear back out as Falkite got spilled by Barassa, and he's still down back by the net. Falkite a little slow to get up. It was the end of a long shift anyway. Might be just out of gas, and here come the Blue Ox trying to come back the other way. Bowman sends the length of the ice. It gets past Malliaton, and a chance for Hill to chase it down, but it's Johansson to the puck first. A lot of helter-skelter play going on here.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch some of the stuff off the puck because it's turning in. There's some interesting things going on here.
Pass back, shot got deflected. Leppert has the puck skip away. Mike Abrego chasing. He and Leppert will meet. Mike Abrego got to it first, centering pass. Only Riverkings there, though, and then turned right over to Mike Abrego. He'll feed it back to the line. Malleton, wrist shot, blocked unintentionally in front by Grafelman. Malleton will try again, and this time it's stopped by Tum with 39 seconds left in the period. Yeah, I think you said it best there, Mark. It's hard to know exactly where to watch right now. Things happening behind the play, in front of the play. You think the play's going back one way, and suddenly a turnover occurs. Been pretty wild here over the last 5 minutes or so. Face-off coming up over the right-hand side. Abrego trying to kick it back to Grafelman. Puck is still right at the dot. Eventually, Grafelman comes up with it. Abrego with a shot. The save will be made as Tum comes out of the blue paint. I think in that 5 or 6 seconds there, that puck didn't move more than an inch.
The way this feels right now, the Riverkings be lucky to get out of this period just down 1-0.
I think the Blue Hawks sense that too, as they're trying to put one more up before the break. Alston, stick goes flying into the rafters as the Blue Hawks somehow keep the play alive. And now here's Malleton settling it down at center and carrying it over the line. Takes a shot. Tum with a save. I have not seen a stick fly up that high in that sort of trajectory. I mean, he swung the stick forward and it went backwards.
It snapped in half, and the blade end of the stick actually went backwards up at our eye level, and we're about 20-25 feet above the ice.
Yeah, we almost got half of a very expensive stick as that one grazed the outside of the post and goes wide. Myers shot through the mixer. In front of Abrego scores. Mike Abrego from in tight. 5.7 left in the first period. And again, a net mouse scramble. The Blue Hawks feed the dangerous Abrego. 2-0.
I should have kept my mouth shut.
You might have done the announcer's curse. I think it may have been Grafelman who ended up finding Abrego, who has just found the exact places he's needed to be in this first period.
Absolutely nothing Tum was going to do on that. He was wide open on the backside. The puck found him, and he put it in pretty much the open net.
Well, after the 6-2 defeat yesterday, this is the exact kind of response the Blue Hawks needed in this first period. They end up being outshot 16-13 with a carry, a 2-0 lead into the break. Welcome back, everyone. Just about to begin the second period of play here from Wisconsin Rapids. It is a 2-0 Minnesota Blue Hawks lead over the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings here after 20 minutes of play. Riverkings taking game one by a 6-2 final. The Blue Hawks coming out and getting off to a very, very nice start here, one that they desperately needed after yesterday's contest. My name is Matt Panier. His name is Mark Lochner. And Mark, I want to remind you of a little earlier in that first period when the scoreline was still 0-0. Some big saves by Elias Johansson. Maybe they weren't super flashy, but the Riverkings had a very nice push at the start of that period where they may have spelled Marchese yesterday. Johansson stands tall today, and right now that's a little bit of a difference in this contest.
Yeah, that's looking like a good move by the Blue Hawks today. One of the other things that's kind of coming to my mind is the Riverkings maybe got taken a little bit off their game with the, they're a little bit of that chippiness, a little bit of that edge. The Blue Hawks came in and they're like, we got nothing to lose. We're going to come at you. You're going to have to take our best punch. If that was their best punch, they got two-goal lead out of it, and we'll see what the Riverkings have to come back as an answer.
Forecheck has also been very, very good for the Minnesota Blue Hawks, causing some turnovers and creating scoring chances.
Right off the bat, Babb and Potter at the face-off circle.
2-on-2 back the other way. It's Bam, Lamont, and Gordon to start things off. I will say this, that it moved to put Clark and Rosenberg into the lineup as well today for Jay Witta, also looking good. They go on that line with Cheney, and they have been causing some disruptions as well. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the contest. Over to the near side for Potter as he comes across the line and drops for Tricarico. Tricarico centering pass rejected at the front of the net. Now here is Tommy Babb ahead for Lamont, trying to feed it back up to center. Does. Pass turned Gavin Gordon around though. Eventually Lamont comes up with it. He'll try to work his way through traffic. Lamont pass over to this side, finds Gordon. He'll dip back to the point. Mark Abrego shot it wide intentionally. Now Lamont shot it over the top of the net. That would have been a very tough angle. And Tricarico guided it back towards center, but couldn't get it out. Eventually Potter does. And here's Tricarico with some space, and he's got some help coming. Tricarico shot wide over the glove hand side.
Well, he had Domini with him. If he could have sucked the defense over to him, you know, they always say put the puck on net, but
now back the other way, a backhander and a save made by Tum as Babb gets a sneaky backhander off right at the doorstep. Hill just hands it back ahead. Here's Bowman, pass across. See when Hill scored one yesterday. He'll shoot, big rebound out. Two Riverkings battling for it, both Falcon and Bowman. And here comes Cloutier. In over the line, he's got one driving to the net mouth. Cloutier trying to turn and take the shot, but couldn't get it off. And now Hill just over his own blue line, passes across Bowman, kicks into the offensive zone. He'll try to chase. Shaner rings it around over to this side where Barasa steps up and gives for Hender. Out at center, Whitehead settles it down, trying to turn the tide, but it was Hender on the intercept. They'll get it into the offensive zone. Whitehead at the top of the circle, gives back to Hill. Backhanded pass, deflects off of Chase Mann out at center. Sure fires the puck in. Another addition to the lineup here today for the Blue Hawks that has paid some dividends. Been out there guarding Tricarico. Here's Peel. With Bowman out to his left. Peel dishes to Bowman. It's spun back. Cloutier is there. Pardon me, that's Mike Abrego. He'll rip the puck away and go one-on-one with Whitehead. Mike Abrego over to the left-hand side. Takes a shot over the base of the post and then up into the netting. Boy, he has looked dangerous today.
Yeah, he had a burst of speed there. Good job getting back on defense to at least give him something else to think about. And he wasn't all by himself in on Tom, but just able to chip enough of it and get it out of play and live the fight with the face-off here coming up to stick side.
Abrego, the former Pueblo Bull, 18-year-old player, or 18-year-old coming into the season. And here he is again. Going to go one-on-one with the defender. This time Whitehead runs him out of room, but then it's turned over to Lubers. He couldn't settle it down, though. Bryceland just poking it back to the corner for safety, and now here's Dubel. Spinning away from Grafelman, back ahead for Bryceland. He'll pass it off, and now Peel across the line. Stopped up at the red line. Scherft out of Brycehead. He'll fire that one in. Peel chasing on the forecheck. Lubers backhands one ahead for Mike Abrego. He'll catch up to the puck, going one-on-one with Kupalo. Tries a shot glove save made, and Tubble just hang on to that one.
16:40 left in the period, and the Riverkings still feel like they're a little bit back on their heels here. It's getting pushed, you know, the Blue Hawks are taking advantage, using a little bit of speed, creating some opportunities. Riverkings are going to have to stem the tide, and they're going to have to figure out a way to turn these tables. They're going to need a bounce or something that maybe crack through this zero that's on the board.
As a shot on and a save made by Tum right over the face-off. That next goal just feels all so critical in this contest. And now here comes Bagnoli. One-on-one with Myers, who ran him out of room and then gave the stick check. Blue Hawks back out at center. Leppert trying to help it back for Bagnoli. And now Leppert up at the wall. Cooper trying to hit Griffin Joy out at center. This one will go all the way down, and that will be icing. Bagnoli wanted to go off on a change, but couldn't get into bench in time.
Yeah, bring that face-off back, and the Riverkings aren't able to change because of the icing, so they're going to have to they stay out there, and they've been out there already quite a bit.
Face-off coming up for the left-hand side of Tum. Clark right out of the draw. This one is deflected up and will hit the netting. Up and out of play.
Bring the face-off right back to the glove side of Tum.
That does, however, allow the River Kings to get a change that they were looking for, so a bit helpful. Cheney to take the face off. Rosenberg shot, save made by Tum. He's starting to heat up now.
Right off the face mask.
Stopped there by Ian Tum. Now across the line, here come the River Kings once again. Rosenberg has that one skip over his stick. Passed it right back, but Dominic on the interception. Tricarico one-on-one with Myers. Turns him around, takes a shot, save made, and the rebound once again right there, cleared out, but a penalty coming up. It will be a slash to Myers. And here's the chance for the River Kings on the power play.
Babb is he's chirping. He's an agitator. He just poked Leppert with his stick. He's trying to draw the River Kings into equaling this up, and they were smart enough to stay out of it.
That gave Myers, the defenseman, 5'9", 160. Ain't big, but he's been a bit of a big pain for the River Kings here.
Well done.
He does sit for 2, however. The River Kings 0 for 1 on the power play after going 3 for 4 yesterday. Good opportunity to cut the deficit in half. Here's Bowman off of the face-off. We'll get back down for Potter. It swings around to Shaner off of the glass and out to center. Backed all the way back down where Tum had to play the puck away. Kupalo gives off. Potter wanted to hit Falkite in stride, and here comes Tobias Falkite. Down the left side, scored from there yesterday in flight. Got cut off this time, poked away from him, and then skied up and into the netting. So the face-off will stay inside, and the Blue Hawks will not be allowed to change. That is one of the nuances of the rules. The NHL, of course, that's a penalty here at this level. Just not allowed to change, and River Kings are trying to capitalize on that after winning the face-off. Here's Falkite. His shot got deflected back to the corner. Bowman at the circle on the near side. We'll give back to Kupalo. Kupalo returns to Falkite. Hurried it right back across for Bowman. Didn't connect on the pass, though. Potter able to keep things going down low as he ripped the puck away from Barassa. Has it again. There with Bowman. Bowman trying to step free. Barassa with the puck. Spins back in the circle. Buys a little time and then clears. Puck went right off of Kupalo, and Tum will just have to brush that one right back to his defenseman. Both teams will make some changes. 50 seconds left on the power play. Falk out up the near side. Takes a peek, tries a shot, deflected over to the far side wall. Peel holds at the top of the circle. Gives back for Domini. Domini will feed Kupalo at the point on the left side. Kupalo, shot, save made, rebound corralled, and then held out by Johansson. Domini was there just in case. Blue Hawks didn't like it. We'll get a little bit of a scrap, but nothing more.
Johansson with the save on that one. Puck sat there for just a split second. It wasn't like some of the other rebounds that have been out there, but the Blue Hawks were able to collapse on the River Kings that were in front of the net and not allow any kind of a shot.
Face off from the right-hand side of Johansson. 30 seconds left in the power play. Here's Leppert across. One-timer from Tricarico, and Lamont got in the way of that. Riceland will feed Tricarico for Peel. Back to Leppert. Surveys Leppert. Gives back for Peel. Accepts on the backhand. Takes back to Leppert. Gives across for Tricarico. Wanted to, but it was intercepted by Tommy Babb and cleared. River Kings got caught out on the perimeter. Good work by that Blue Hawks penalty kill. They had a heck of a time yesterday, but 2 for 2 on the PK so far for Minnesota. Alston carrying it over the red, then chips over the blue. As Tricarico stuck back now on defense. River Kings could use a change here. They got 4 forwards, 1 defenseman out. Here's Peel. Passed off. Dominic trying to change the angle. Swung it back and then it deflected off of a skate. River Kings step out with the dough. Shot taken to that one. Sails just wide as Peel stepped out. Tricarico back down the wall. Intercepted by Babbitt. Another penalty coming up here to the Blue Hawks. It'll be a high stick. Babb giving Dominic a couple of taps saying, come on. Come with me. Come on. Dominic says no.
Well, I would think the way this game is going, you've got to take advantage of this power play right now. You've got to find a way to get one in back behind you. Johansson because this just smells. The Blue Ox are not giving you anything. You've got to take advantage when you've got the extra skater out there. Got to find some magic somewhere here.
Riverkings right back to the man advantage. 13:08 left in this second period. They trail by 2. Here's Kupalo. Lost the handle. Look out. Chase Man is there. And he's chasing Man. It's Kupalo. Harassed by Man and eventually sent out to center. Alston will come in over the line. Chase Man doing some good work on the PK. And Al just leak a little more time off of the clock and give back to Scherf. Out at center, kicked away by Falkide. Bowman will chip pass. Man takes a hit for his troubles. Potter into the zone, looking to rip the puck away from Alston. Eventually Hill comes up with it. Hill gives back over to Falkide. Falkide for Kupalo. Little space. Kupalo will feed it back down to the top of the bottom of the circle right of it. Kupalo again. High point. One-timer from Hill, rebound there, and it's Scherf tying up Bowman.
Yep, Bowman just couldn't get to it. Scherf did a good job.
I wonder how many more times we're going to see those rebounds right there. Each and every time it's been a black and blue jersey to it first. Dominique comes crashing in. Hill tries to poke it away. Here's Dominique kicking it free. Now Hill swings across, and a save made by Johansson. And then Dominique in the blue paint making some friends. Another big stop there by Elias Johansson with 50 seconds left on the power play.
Good pass all the way from the corner, got through the slot to Bowman, and Johansson was able to slide across with it and make the save.
Puck movement been better so far for the Riverkings on this third power play. Still trying to slice into that 2-0 deficit. Face off over the right-hand side of Johansson, won by the Blue Ox and clear. All the way back down into Riverking territory where Leppert will have to pick it up off of the stick of Ian Tum. Carrico ahead, chips over to this side, and it's Falkide unable to settle down the bouncing puck. Bryceland is over the line, though, and he'll swing it across for Tricarico. For Leppert, just able to hold the line, then kicked free by Mike Abrego. And here he comes back shorthanded, one-on-one with Leppert. Lost the handle, good stick check there by Leppert. Riverkings maybe one final rush coming up here on the man advantage. 14 seconds, Tricarico across the line. Surveys, passes in front. That one deflected off of the defenseman and then is cleared out by the Blue Ox. And that should do it. Blue Ox now 3 for 3 on the PK. Falcon across for Tricarico, kicked it into the offensive zone. Mark Abrego on it first, and then Myers out at center. His pass twisted around Mike Abrego. That's going to be an icing. And I believe Mike Abrego, Myers, and Mark Abrego may have been out there since the penalty kill, so they might be a bit winded at the moment.
Yeah, they might. Another opportunity, offensive zone face-off. See what you can come up with. The Riverkings have been making some passes out at the blue line and haven't been able to really get much out of it. So we'll see what Blue Ox won the face-off. So
yeah, Bagnoli was trying to go forward on that face-off and just couldn't catch back up to the puck. Blue Ox able to get it back into the Riverkings zone. That one off of the linesman, then carried in by Mike Abrego. Got through Kubala with that long reach, so able to push the puck away. Blue Ox wanted a penalty, but the motion had already been done for the poke check. Here comes Bagnoli across the line, and he's got Atkins with. Bagnoli over to the far side, trying to feed back to the point. Mike Abrego on it first. Pass over to this side, Rosenberg. Right-handed shot in over the line, tries it, takes it, and that one handcuffed Tom, but the save was made.
And the Blue Ox got their change in, and now we're going to have icing on the Riverkings.
It looked like that pass was behind Atkins as they were trying to hit him out at neutral. As we near the midway point of regulation, 10:07 left in the second period. Shots on goal even at 20 with the Blue Ox leading 2-0. And if the Blue Ox hold this scoreline to a result, we're going to be back here at 7 o'clock tomorrow for Game 3.
Here comes Rowdy up to give us some good luck up behind us.
Rowdy is here for candy. He is not here for good luck. Maybe he'll give us good luck, but he's here for candy, and we all know it.
I didn't know fish like candy.
I just know that they don't like minnows. Or at least, not the ones on my hook.
Yes.
There's a big scrap, a penalty coming up. The River Kings are going to get called for a high stick. I think it's Atkins, and he's got to be careful.
You got to keep your head screwed on. Don't add another penalty on top of it.
I don't know if he's going to go for two, but it was Atkins initially, I believe, for a high stick. They gave a shove after the whistle as well. That's the second time we've seen him agitate the Blue Ox. And we got a little more going on behind the play here. Kupalo and Clark are having some words.
River Kings are getting time. Blue Ox have things right where they want them right now. They're agitating. They've got the River Kings off their game a little bit. Down 2 goals on the scoreboard. River Kings have some work to do, and they're going to have to keep their heads screwed on straight.
Blue Ox 1 for 2 on the power play. Will try to set the table. Mark Cabrego and Mike Cabrego out on the ice again. They were the ones that connected for that power play tally. Matt LaJoy able to push the puck free, and he'll chase with Dylan Hender. LaJoy tied up Hender. Mark Cabrego comes back to help out, though. He'll race down the near side. Cooper tied him up. Now Mark Cabrego picks up the puck again. Some of the players tied up in front. That was Kupalo with Mike Cabrego. As it gets a bit physical out there once again. Leppert breaking things up the wall. Riley Lubers fires down low. Chase Mann trying to escape. Coming back to the line, Lamont. Delays, holds, runs out of time. Eventually passes off for Mark Cabrego. Onto the skater Riley Lubers. He'll return to Mark Cabrego. A penalty coming up here. It's going to be the Blue Ox for interference.
Was he in with the goalie, or did he grab onto one of the players? I guess it really doesn't matter.
That will negate the final minute of 11 of power play time. So we'll skate 4-on-4 for that with 8:55 left here in the second.
He claims his innocence.
Of course he does.
Does 2 things. It gets the face-off in the offensive zone for the River Kings and wipes out the power play. So
that face-off to the right-hand side of Elias Johansson. River Kings looking for a little bit of magic. 4-on-4 here. Lamont.
Falk had lost an edge.
And it eventually is Babb coming in over the line. 3-on-2, but the River Kings break it up, and now here comes Whitehead.
With a head of steam.
Indeed he is. He's going to give off for Falkine down low. Hill just shot it wide. Tried to pirouette in front and put it backhand.
Went to the backhand and missed by about 3 inches. Almost got a steal in the zone too.
He was wide open, and if you think he was just trying to be flashy, I would say no. That was about the best Hill could have hoped for there as the pass had turned him around. And he wasn't going to have a ton of time to shoot if he tried to reset himself. Big hit by Falkine. And it's a 2-on-1 from the blue line in with a shot. He scores! What a play from Tobias Falkine! And a deficit cut to 1.
Boy, did the River Kings need that.
Tobias Falkine. First the check just outside of the line as he spills Tommy Babb and then carries it 2-on-1. You have Hill breaking to the net mouth. The defenseman had to watch him. Falkine's got his 4th of this playoff series, and the Southwood County Rec Center starting to come back to life.
That was the play. We'll see if that sparks the River Kings. They needed something, and Falkine dumps a guy at the blue line with a legal check and then goes in and buries the goal.
It was scored 4-on-4, so the River Kings will still get an abbreviated power play in 5 seconds.
Keep control of the puck here. Oh,
Bryson got taken down into the line as he was trying to settle the puck down. Then he rips it away from Gordon. Now the River Kings are at full strength. Drop back for Potter, but offside.
Just offside.
Yeah, it's always tough when you got that penalty expiring. The player jumps off of the bench. If he doesn't jump right off at the line, sometimes that is the result. Good news for the Riverkings, though. They've cut the deficit to 1. They have 42 seconds of power play time with which to work.
Boy, this would be a huge turning point in the game. I mean, the goal helps, but if they can figure out a way to put one in here on the power play, huge turning point in the game.
They'll wind up Falkite out at center. Falkite trying to bring the Southwood County Rec Center to its feet again. Another shot and another save made. And here comes Lamont back the other way.
Not the guy you want with the puck for the Riverkings if you're the Riverkings, but
yeah, Lamont had himself a good game. Now another penalty coming up here.
Coming against the Riverkings.
Whistle for an interference. Just as Johansson had made it back to the bench, so 12 seconds left on the River King penalty. It'll be 4-on-4 for that amount of time, and then the Blue Hawks will head back to the power play.
And it's Falkite going into the box again.
Falkite has lit up the score sheet with the goals and the assists, and fortunately he's got a few penalties to boot as well. But you can't fault him. He's out there trying to make some stuff happen, and he certainly has.
He's trying to be a spark plug, using that experience and bringing things to life.
Off of the face-off, it is taken away by Bryceland over at the far side. He'll step in 2-on-3, dances around Lubers, lost the handle on the puck. Leppert there to help out though. Hill unable to settle things down as Chase Mann comes out of the ice. 1:42 of power play time coming up for the Blue Hawks. Leading now 2-1. Pass over to the far side is taken by Lubers. Hender feeds down into the offensive zone. Kupalo got to it first. That one off of the glass ends up going out of play.
It rimmed around the boards and ended up in the Blue Hawks bench.
Yeah, so that'll keep the face off inside. 1:25 left on the power play. By the way, the River Kings taking control of that shot on goal category again at 22-20. They picked up some steam here. Blue Hawks trying to grab the momentum back. Here's Mann. Feeds over for Riley Lubers at the circle. Lubers chips over for Mark Abrego. Trying to help it down for Mike Abrego. Didn't have a lot on it. LaJoy able to break things up momentarily. And then rung around the boards. Mark Abrego unable to hold.
Took a funny bounce off the boards, and it did help the River Kings out because they weren't able to hold it in.
Hender away from Bryce Cooper, but then got cut off by Matt LaJoy. Here's Hender stepped in by Leppert. River Kings on it. Grafelman wouldn't allow the clear. Second opportunity gets out though. 45 seconds left on the power play for the Blue Hawks. 5:50 left in the second period. A 2-1 Blue Hawks lead. Trying to even this best-of-3 series here in Wisconsin Rapids. Back across the line. It'll be dished back for Barassa. Hurried on Myers. He's got some space. Takes the shot. Save made by Tum. And no rebound there.
And Lamont was on the doorstep. Cupola said, no, you're not going to get a rebound even, but there wasn't one anyway, so.
And good job by Tum. It hit him right in the crown and then right into the glove, and he was in good position for that particular opportunity. It'll be face off over to his left-hand side. Grafelman to take it against Bagnoli. Won by the Blue Hawks. Myers setting up. Let's give it across for Barassa. Fakes, then shoots, and the save made as Ian Tum snatches that one out of midair.
Good glove save. A little more energy in the building, a little more energy in the River Kings. Yeah, finish this off.
Could be a big penalty kill here. Barassa, where did that one go? I think it ended up out of play.
Yeah, it went into the netting. And then Barassa caught it with his glove.
Now maybe it ended up in the back pocket of the Breezers. We've seen that a few times. Face off over the right-hand side of Tum. Big win there on the draw by Griffin. Choi out at center. Bagnoli didn't know that one went over the head of Barassa. He was there getting ready to put a check on, but the puck went all the way down. That should do it for the power play. Lamont up the near side. And the power play is over. River Kings back to full strength. Falkite jumps right into the play. Shot taken to that one, miss wide. Falkite getting ready to pick up the carom, and here he goes. Tobias Falkite up the left-hand side, trying to dip around the defender. Myers able to take him out of the play.
I would have liked to have seen him drop that one to Bagnoli at the blue line, but he smelled something.
2-on-2 back the other way. Babb trying to step around Whitehead. Does. Babb throws it out in front. Deflected off of Whitehead and wide. Now down low for Grafelman. He's got Malleson calling for it at the point, but gives over for Scherf. Couldn't settle the puck down, and now he's in a bit of danger as Bowman was encroaching. Just fired right back in by the Blue Hawks. Here is Kupalo. Long outlet pass ahead for Hill. He'll chip into the zone. A bouncer that comes in on Johansson, just brushing aside from Malleson. Scherf steps up, finds Rosenberg out at center. That one a little too hot to handle. It's onto the stick of Kupalo. His pass ahead for Bowman isn't settled down. Malleson has it again. Wanted a feed ahead for Rosenberg. Deflected right back to him though. There's Malleson, sees the lane, steps up, pass ahead. It is going to tip off of Leppert, so Rosenberg catches up to it first. And now Rosenberg steps up the wall, dishes back down low. Blue Hawks looking to work this cycle. Jamison Clark steps in. He got a stick up on Leppert, who's clutching his face. Ref looks like he saw it, but no call. And then Leppert will just backhand it out to center. Leppert looking back at the ref, asking some questions.
Using language we can't use on the radio.
Hill stops the clear. Potter to the net mouth. And then it'll be covered up by Johansson.
Or TV or anywhere else. You said FCC yesterday.
Yeah, right. There's some places you don't want to use that when grandma's around. You know. 3:27 left here. 2-1 lead for the Blue Hawks. And again, some jawing.
Still separating, still separating players. Mr. Burns is keeping people apart going back to the benches.
As we said, the intensity ramping up in this one, and it happened pretty early on. Big hit applied there again. Back behind the play was Ethan Dominy this time. Here comes Hender out at center, one-on-one with Medved. Hender shot, save made as Tom gets the glove on it, and he'll hold on with 3:12 left in the period. Good job by Medved, not allowing much for Hender there. Also not screening his goaltender. Face-off is one. There's a shot by Mann. Rebound loose. Still in front. Then eventually kicked back to the wall. Blue Hawks trying to catch up to it. Potter had his stick lifted and eventually comes up with it. And we'll get a whistle here. And it looks like both Mann and Matisse Mayville will go off on penalties. We'll skate 4-on-4. Mayville and Chase Mann. We're doing a little bit of arm wrestling.
Looks like they both got their sticks up. It's not the first time we've seen sticks up tonight, but they're taking them both.
Man, the 19-year-old out of Sioux City, Iowa. Matisse Mayville, the 19-year-old out of Angers, France. Is that how you say it, Matt? Angers? It's spelled like Angers, but I know there's no way French people would say that. Got to be all fancy about it and whatnot. And if you're offended, my lineage is French, so I'm allowed to do it. Face-off comes over to the left-hand side of Tobias Folka.
I think it's safe to say Hudson's going to be moving on. They're up 9-0 at the end of 2.
I would think so. So we'll tell you how that makes this one look, because it looks like the winner of this round would then have to go play Hudson unless Isanti can somehow come back and upset the Squatch.
And they're down 3-1.
And that is a 1-0 Squatch series lead as well, so that result holds. That one's over. Back to the line, stepping up. This is Barras again. We're 4-on-4. Cloutier will weave it around over to this side. Barassa now low up front for Hender. Tum had his stick down and a good play there. And here come Hill and Falkide back. Hill trying to get around the defender, but a good play by Shaner. And then the bank shot is off of Johansson, and he comes up with a stop.
Yeah, it hit him in the shoulder. There was a gap there on the net, but it bounced outside the post instead of into the net.
Not a bad idea. Got to make sure that that goaltender gets back and covers it up. Johansson did.
I'm pretty sure he was behind the red line when he let that go, and that would have been one of those really good bounces for the Riverkings. But
Mike Abrego spinning back behind the net mouth, still in possession of the puck, looks for brother Mark. Mike trying to split the defense. Mark there, chips down low, and then cleared off the doorstep by Kupala. Kupalo able to chip the puck free after Lubers fumbled it. Riverkings out of a long shift. Can't chase it down. And now here's Riley Lubers in over the line with Mike Abrego. Shot, glove, save made. A little bit of a windmiller there with Ian Tum.
That had some power to it. That was a sniper shot, and Tum picks it right out of the air.
I'm watching Marchese down on the bench here is doing the same thing Tum just did. And then Tum took his glove off and pointed at him, shook his head like, yeah, you like that one? A little bit of a goaltender chirp battle going on. You got to like that too.
Absolutely.
Really just shows the intensity of this. Here comes Tricarico out with Bryceland. And Tricarico will go one-on-one with a defender. Myers, his great stick there to poke it away from the leading goal scorer for the Riverkings. Myers back ahead. Whitehead will chase it down. Fakes like he's going to play it on the backhand out to center, and then comes back over to the near side. Riverkings would love to get Tricarico in flight as Bryceland goes for the header and got it back out to center. Here's Tricarico though on the intercept. Toe drinks around the defender. Backhander hits the crossbar. Rebound chance, and that one's wide. Tricarico had a wide open net, and he hit the crossbar.
Well, the Riverkings have definitely had their opportunities here, and that's the second one where it was a wide open net that one hit the crossbar. The other couple have just gone wide, so the opportunities are there.
You're not going to see that happen often. If you are the Blue Hawks right now, you got to be very thankful to that crossbar. Here's Tricarico. Shot ended up being a pass in front for Bryceland, and now Bowman will backhand one down low. Into the final minute of the second period. Riverkings looking for the equalizer. Ripped away by the Blue Hawks. Babb trying to get back out. Bryceland would not allow, and now Bowman can't wrestle it away from Lamont. He'll carry it over the line. Lamont pass back for Babb. Big hit there. Penalty coming up to the Riverkings on the hit from Bryceland. So Bryceland puts the hit on Babb. Riverkings aren't going to like that particular call. It'll be boarding. And the Blue Hawks will get 23.3 of power play time to end the period. Carry some over if they don't score.
Boy, that's a tough penalty to take when you had the momentum really on your side with the really good scoring opportunities. Now you've got to kill off a 2-minute penalty.
And try to get physical, apply a big hit here in the final minute, see if he can push that puck free, but not to be. And now here's Hender off of the face-off, knocked away from him. LaJoy trying to get through traffic, and he was interfered with.
Yep, he's gonna draw the penalty. Good job, LaJoy, to draw that penalty and equal this back up to 4-on-4.
I don't know if it was Mark Abrego or if it was Hender, but LaJoy had a very nice jump in his own zone. Tried to get through, and he got cut off. They'll call it to Abrego. And it's 4-on-4 here, 14 seconds left of the period.
Brings the face-off into the offensive zone for the Riverkings, so if you can win the face-off and maybe you sneak one in here at the end of the period like the Blue Hawks did at the end of the first.
I remember they scored with 5 seconds left in the first period. It's the difference maker at the moment. Falkite, Bowman, Kupalo, and Tricarico will be the 4 out. Falkite steps to the bench and gets some instruction from Paul Peckman. Looks like they may be discussing the time up on the clock as well. It was trickled down to, I think, about 6 or 7 seconds, and then they reset it to 14. Might have ran off a little bit after the touch.
They're still doing some editing, so let's see what they put up there.
Well, they put a little more penalty time back up for the Riverkings. So it went from 146 to 150. So they added it to the penalty time as well. 14 seconds left in the period. Falkite steps over the faceoff, threw it in front. It was off of the side of the net. Still loose, and now eventually cleared back, and then shot by Tricarico and stopped by Johansson. Exactly what the Riverkings were looking for there.
The only thing that would have been better is if it would have gone into the back of the net and snuck behind Johansson, but we'll take the pressure.
It only took 6 seconds off of the clock, too. Can try and ride again here. Is Volkine. Ended up taking the face off. He'll get it again. Another shot. And this time, Johansson makes the save from distance. You know, they say a goal in the last minute is a bit of a backbreaker, but I'll say this much. A flurry like this goes a long way, too. The Riverkings are setting the tone here for the third.
Yes, they are.
Volkine will take the draw again. 2.8 left. Trying to win it forward. Chopped away by Mike Abrego, and he'll just one-hand it toward the line. And that will do it for the second. Welcome back, everyone. Just about set to begin the third period here from the Southwood County Rec Center. The Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings with a 1-0 advantage over the Minnesota Blue Hawks. However, they trail entering the third by a score of 2-1. Matt Panier, Mark Lochner joining you here on Hockey TV and Wisconsin Rapids Community Media. Art Napgezek taking a panning of the crowd here. It's fantastic tonight at the Southwood County Rec Center. Tobias Volkine brought them to their feet in the second period. Will another Riverking be able to do that here in the third? They're hoping so.
Yes, sir. They ride that momentum wave into the third period. They really had the better part of the play in the end of the second period there. Just had a really good conversation with John Leppertstad over here on the balcony, and was talking to him, and he's like, yeah, you got to keep your head screwed on straight. They're getting a little chippy. Their sticks are coming up, and you can't be the guy that retaliates and you can't put the Blue Hawks on the power play. You've got to keep your head screwed on straight. You got to, play how they play, match the intensity, but don't get into the cheap stuff. Don't get called for the penalties, and keep your head on straight and don't get suckered into anything.
Left to right across your computer screen, mobile device, television here in period number 3 for the Riverkings as we're back underway from the Southwood County Rec Center, starting off 4-on-4. Here is Kupalo with a pass that ends up deflecting back to Johansson. Kupalo got a little swing on it late, but Johansson got the cover 16 seconds in.
But you get the face-off here in the offensive zone. Let's see if you can win the face-off and get something set up quick. They got some good face-off wins there towards the end of the period there and got a couple of shots in the last 10 seconds. See if you can do that down here.
We'll go 4-on-4 for the next minute and 17 seconds as Kupalo outside of the offensive zone sends that one in off of the netting, and a face-off will come outside now. Riverkings looking for some heroics here in the third period. Again, they held a 4-2 advantage going into the third yesterday and then put the pedal to the metal for that 6-2 final. And a lot of that thanks to the guy that just took the face-off, Tobias Volkine, who's got the goal here again today, his 4th of the playoffs thus far.
Who was able to chip that one in deep.
Here is Hender working up the far side wall. Volkine picks off the puck and will softly give over for Kupalo. Kupalo with a pass ahead, touched up by Ewan Hill, and Volkine can chase it down. Johansson comes out to play the puck wisely and rings it all the way back out. Ended up working out pretty well for him. Here's Hender now across the line.
Yeah, Volkine was back there looking for a mistake. If Johansson would have made a mistake with that puck, Volkine would have been all over it.
Barassa steps up, takes a shot, and again, that one was a high shot that Tum had to fight off with the glove. Here's Barassa again, trying to spin free the defenseman down low, getting worked over by Kupalo. Gave off for Chase Mann, back to the line. Mike Abrego, shot save made by Tum. Rebound pops over for Hill. 4-on-4 still for the next 13 seconds as Myers takes the puck back at center. Dips back into his own zone, gives off for Scherf. It'll be a very short power play for the Riverkings, only 10 seconds. Here comes Mike Abrego across the line. Got through the stick check of Tricarico. Abrego catches him in the corner. He'll tap it off of the wall, chases back to the corner. Kupalo able to swat at the puck, trying to get it back up the wall, couldn't do it. Here's Abrego, tough angle shot, missed everything, and it's up into the netting.
Yeah, Abrego, was essentially a short-handed try there with the Blue Hawks player just coming out of the box and trying to get back into the rush, and Had a good look at it. Didn't put it on net.
And he has not been afraid of taking his opportunities tonight. It's translated into 2 goals thus far. All penalties have been cleared off of the board. We're back to 5-on-5. There is Mike Abrego back to the line. Myers' shot got through. Missed the target, though. It'll be Lubers dishing down into the corner. Back to the line for Mark Abrego. His pass didn't get onto target, and again, it'll be the Riverkings taking it back out to center. Potter across the line trying to feed Tricarico. Good step up by Myers. He'll feed it on for Riley Lubers. One-on-one with Whitehead. Dropped it back for Myers. Down into the corner. Sends for Lubers. Back to the line. Mark Abrego fanned out of the first time. Backhanded it back toward the net mouth. Intercepted by the Riverkings. Passed in, then taken away by Grafelman. Grafelman up the far side. Trying to get around Whitehead. Has to pick up the puck back behind. Attempted centering pass. Didn't get through. Riverkings again up the wall. Cut off. And Gavin Gordon will swing it back over to the far side. But it's only Will Tricarico there for the Riverkings. Out at center, knocked down by Arseny Valentin. Roughed up by Tricarico, trying to pick his pocket. Potter able to take it away. Chips around the defender. Now here's Dominic with a shot, and that one is fought off. Rebound chance there. Tricarico swinging the miss out of midair. Potter turns a shot, and it's stopped by Johansson. Riverkings starting to buzz a bit here. Here's Tricarico looking to peel the puck out of the pile, but it's Dominic. Dominic accepts the hit, trying to center. Went off of a skate, rung around. Whitehead had pinched in. It'll go all the way down, and that will be icing. And a tired Minnesota Blue Hawks squad will have to take a face-off in their own zone.
Yeah, we're going to be coming up here. Looks like stick side for Johansson. So we're enjoying the face-off circle for the Riverkings. Let's see what we can come up with here. Win it.
Joined by Peel and Bryceland.
Set it up.
Here's Leppert tossing it back down low. Malutin just poking it around. Blue Hawks would like to get the clear. They got it back out to neutral. Wanted to get a change, and they'll get that chance to do so now. Leppert roughed up by Zach Lamont. 2 goals yesterday. Lamont tried to pass it through. Deflected off of a skate back out to center. Out of the stick of Malutin. Bounced around just outside of that River King line. Leppert runs into his own man, Peel. And then Peel will give over for Kupala. Nifty pass on. LaJoy one-on-one with Malutin. Steps around him. Lost the handle. Centering pass all the way through. Kupala had jumped up into the play but couldn't settle it down.
Bryceland was in the slot too and couldn't connect on the pass.
Off of the back of the net. Mayville steps up. Keeps the play alive. Now Mayville on the backhand. Didn't make it through. Got blocked by a skate on the way. Mab gets tied up, and here's Peel again. Peel dishes back. Bryceland overskates the puck. Gavin Gordon is able to poke back out to center. There's Kupalo tapped on. Peel swings back out at center. Gives across. Kupalo in over the line. Trying to get around the defender, and it's Shaner taking him off the play. And a penalty coming up here.
Tripping.
A tripping call coming to the Minnesota Blue Hawks. And the Riverkings will head to the power play to try to even this one up.
The Riverkings have had the better of the play so far in this period. They've stepped up. They're maintaining that momentum from the end of the second period and get the offensive zone face-off on the power play here now. Really be a great opportunity here to try and equalize this game and get the scoreboard up to 2-2.
Initially it looked like a good stop there defensively by Shaner, but then he ended up spilling Kupalo. Riverkings 0 for 3 on the power play after going 3 for 4 yesterday. They'd love one here. Here's Fulkai for Kupalo. Steps in, wrist shot, save made, rebound, pops free. He'll try to settle it down and eventually knocked away by man. Johansson has left some rebounds in this contest. Got to credit the Blue Hawks for getting to them in time. That time the Riverkings were 2 at first but couldn't capitalize.
Got Hender out here. 3 Riverkings on the puck.
Falcott ends up coming up with a puck. Will swing across for Sebastian Potter. Carries it over the line. Potter on the near side. Chips around Barassa. Feeds to the circle. Here's Bowman. Ian Bowman setting the table back behind. Surveying. Gives for Falkide. Falkide shot. Save made. Rebound is back behind the net. Johansson didn't know where that puck went. Still on the back of the netting and ends up bringing a whistle with 1:03 left on the power play.
Not sure if Johansson got that or if Hill was out there and deflected that one wide, just wide.
It was sneaky on Johansson nevertheless. He looked down like he thought maybe it went off of the blocker, and suddenly the puck had popped away. Top unit power play staying out right now for the Riverkings. Falkide, Potter, Hill, Bowman, and Kupalo. Here's Kupalo off of the faceoff win. Walks the line, gives for Falkide. He'll try a shot, just missed that one wide. Trying to go to the far side post. Here's Bowman. Dishes for Hill. 51 seconds left on the power play. Kupalo has it again. Another wrist shot. Save made by Johansson. Clear to the line. Not out. Kupalo holds. Bowman tries to step off of the wall. Intercepted and cleared as Grafelman was right there.
That was dangerous. Mike Abreu was behind the defense. If Grafelman sees him, instead of shooting the puck all the way down.
Falkide with speed hit the post on the far side. You got to be careful when Falkide winds up like that. Did it yesterday and almost did it again today.
Came in with a head of speed, was going right straight at the net and just flicked the shot.
Bowman and Hill run into each other. Bowman across the line. Down low for Tricarico. Could not locate that puck. It'll be Domine knocked away, and here comes Abrego. And he's got Lamont fed it that way. Lamont twisted right back. He was trying to hit Abrego but missed. And now here comes Domine with speed through neutral. Past the stick check of Bat with a shot. That one deflected just wide. Domine has it again, threw it out front. Going to come back to Leopard at the point. Leopard another pass down low off of the stick of Hill, who's been out there for quite a while. Hill slipped past the check. It'll be fed ahead, and here comes Lamont. 13 minutes remaining in this third period. Still a 2-1 Blue Hawks lead. Played back down into the corner. Centering pass knocked away. First two, it'll be the Riverkings. Bowman just dishes back for Whitehead. Blue Hawks were very aggressive on the forecheck earlier in this contest, as you can expect. Now just trying to clog up neutral ice. Here's Tricarico. Gave off for LaJoy with a shot. Score! Matt LaJoy slips one through. 2-0 with 12:32 left in the third.
It's not the power play goal, but LaJoy got the good feed. The Riverkings have been putting a lot of pressure on, and he sneaks one through the 5-hole on Johansson, and we are tied.
Actually looked like he snuck that one under the blocker and between the torso, right over the pad. And when you come out to challenge, that angle is everything. Johansson just off it a little bit, and LaJoy sneaks one through.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense because it caught something. It must have caught part of the sweater and just trickled in. It crossed the line. That's what matters.
New hockey game now. 2-all, 12:24 left here in the third. Tricarico's first point of these playoffs so far on the LaJoy even up marker. I just said the Blue Hawks looked like they were trying to clog up neutral ice in defensive mode. Now they're going to need offense again. Cheney dancing back in the corner, feeds it back to the line. Long wrist shot,
good
got
block.
blocked by the Riverkings. It's out at center, and here's Barassa. Can't go in yet, as Jamison Clark did not clear the zone. We'll get an offside. The face-off outside the Riverking end. Well, that life has been brought back into the Southwood County Rec Center. The fans starting to feel it here a little bit again, as the Riverkings have brought this one back to neutral.
And that pressure balance coming back to the Blue Hawks now. The Blue Hawks know with all this momentum for the Riverkings. Good work by Bowman to get that puck in deep.
He'll feed it down the wall. Here's Barassa in his own end. Plays back ahead. That one was out of the reach of Kluchik. Going to go all the way down. That will be an icing call charged. And the Riverkings get the face off of the offensive zone now. 11:35 left in the third period.
And in the third period, the icing call, you don't get the change. The Blue Hawks defense has to stay out there. If the Riverkings can control this and make them work a little bit more, you might get an opportunity right here.
Off of the face-off, Hill fan the first time. He'll give back to Kupalo. Kupalo just wanted to toss it down low. It's off of the skate of Shaner back to the line. Kupalo will retrieve back out at center. Here's Leppert, pushed all the way back below the dot by Hender. Riverkings will just have to lift it back out. This one over the head of the defender, Barassa, and no icing. Barassa almost turned it over, gave off for Shaner, banked ahead and out. Chase Mann races through center. Mann with Mike Abrego tries to jump around the defender. Leppert would not allow, and here are the Riverkings, and it's Fulcott again. Dished off for Bowman across the line, 3-on-2. Hill, shot, save made, and then the rebound goes just wide. And then Fulcott bumps into the netminder. Puck is still free, and we play on. Here comes a 2-on-2 back the other way with Abrego. Mike Abrego trying to get around Leppert, still has it. Wrap around and tipped, and the save made by Tom. Abrego back to the line. Myers hurries it on. Save made off of the Cloutier deflection. Here's Cloutier again. Back to the line. Myers fires another shot, and this time it goes wide. To the line once again. It'll be Hill lifting the stick, and he'll go 1-on-4. Hill try to go all the way through. Brushed aside by Johansson. Things opening up a bit now as we near the midway point of the third period, all tied at 2. That puck is sent the length of the ice. Pass misconnects. No icing, though. And now it's Medved on the take for the Riverkings. Medved able to pass out for Tricarico. He get it around one. Can't get around the second, though, as Potter tries to follow up. Now Tricarico back in possession. Looks to play the puck to the corner. Got tied up by Grafelman. Medved had the puck chipped around him, and here comes Gavin Gordon. And he's got Lubers over to the far side. Can't get it through as Mayville jumps on top of the puck.
Good defensive play.
The Frenchman comes up with a nice play there, going back into his own zone. The pass out at center by Scherf, touched on, and here is Tommy Babin over the line. Bab roughed up by Dominy. Medved there, banks one ahead. Malliton swinging a miss out at center. It'll be Medved, or excuse me, Scherf, and then intercepted by Dominy. He'll just flutter one, cross-corner dump over to the far side. Malliton for first, but it'll be taken away by Potter. Tricarico trying to toe drag around the defender. Here's Bryceland stepping in, banked off of the wall by the Blue Hawks, out at center again, and it's Kupalo for Potter, but he was going off on a change. And now here's LaJoy, the guy with the goal here in this third period. Shot taken, save made. Johansson hangs on. Tricarico comes in, and there'll be some shoves due to his proximity to the goaltender.
Well, the momentum is definitely in the Riverkings. The Blue Hawks did have a good scoring opportunity there. They had a Mike Abreu and Lamont on a 2-on-1 and just never really got a shot off. So that was an opportunity for the Blue Hawks, but the Riverkings have had more of the opportunities there. They're leading the shots now.
Yeah, things are definitely opening up here in this third period. This is playoff hockey.
Yep. And then
here's Peel trying to step free right off of the wall. Attempted centering pass knocked away, and now Cheney's on it. Gave it up ahead for Jamison Clark, but intercepted. Turned right back by Kupalo. Was out of the reach of Shaner, but no icing. Barassa for Shaner, miscommunication. Cheney tracks back to help out. Now Rosenberg has some space to skate ahead. Gave off for Clark. Clark, attempted centering pass. Give it back for Rosenberg to the line. Barassa shot through traffic, got deflected. Over to the far side, here is Rosenberg. Chipped ahead, and now Bryceland gives chase. Knocked away, good stick check by Barassa. Barassa for Clark, intercepted. It will be Leppert with Clark right in his back pocket. So now here you see the Blue Hawks going back in on the forecheck, something they hadn't done much here in the third. Shipped back ahead by the Riverkings. LaJoy got spun around and tied up, and they're still tied up. Rosenberg is down on the ice. LaJoy trying to skate away, so is Rosenberg, and we play on. Now here's Cheney and over the line. Cheney shot, glove save made, and Tubble hang on. Nice salute from the crowd. As we said, they are engaged here at the Southwood County Rec Center. 7:42 left in the third.
Yeah, Clark was looking for a rebound there and none to be had. And Tom just skated away from it. The Riverkings defense said, nah, stay away from our goalie. So
Faceoff comes over the left-hand side of the end zone. It'll be Fulcott to take it. Grafelman on the other side for the Blue Hawks. Grafelman wins it clean back to Abrego. Now here's Mark Abrego. had to toss it into the corner. Luber's down low, shots, save, rebound, score. It's Mark Abrego again. Pardon me, Mike Abrego again.
Another wide open. He gets the rebound gift, bounces out to him, and he's on the back door. And that was wide open. Tom made the original save, and wide open.
Hat-trick goal for Mike Abrego. And his 3 goals looking extremely similar to one another. That one looked just like the goal that he scored at the end of the first period.
Yes, it did.
Puck bounced free, and that was a big face-off win there for Grafelman as well. As that is what started things in motion. The Riverkings are coming offside. Still plenty of time left in regulation. 7:28 remains in the third.
Yes, a lot of time left, but boy, that's a huge goal. Now you got to fight and get back and get the equalizer back, and still have to find out a way to score 2 now for the Riverkings to win this.
That one just out of the reach of Abrego. It's going to go all the way down. It'll be Kupalo with a pass back ahead that got knocked away by Grafelman, and now here comes Falkide. Shot back into the Riverkings zone. Kupalo retreats, found Falkide at center, and here he comes. Falkide pulls around. Falkide all the way through. Goaltenders down, and eventually the Blue Hawks come up with it. Riverkings just trying to force that one into the net mouth. Here's Abrego back the other way. Mike Abrego, nifty move, score! Passed it off, and it's a 4-2 Blue Hawks lead.
Yeah, Abrego went kind of behind the back, slid it through, and had, I'm not sure, 29. Grafelman was with him. The puck just kind of slid, and it was just subtle enough where I don't think the Riverkings defense saw it. And it slid to him, and again, Tom was on Abreu, and that puck went off to the side, and he got it up high glove side into the corner.
Mike Abrego will tell you he was trying to pass it just like that. If you watch the replay, fantastic. Looked like he was trying to drag it back between his skates, and either he lost the handle or he let it go for Grafelman. Give him the benefit of the doubt that he let it go for Grafelman. That's one heck of a pass and a 4-2 Blue Hawks lead. Grafelman's first of the playoffs. Now the Riverkings will have to really find something digging deep here.
You got your rush right here.
It was one of those things where you see a chance at one end, then a chance back at the other go in. Remember, the Riverkings had set that net mouth scramble into motion just prior to that Blue Hawks goal. As here is Medved feeding ahead for Tricarico. Knocked away from him by Mann. Again, Mann tied up by Tricarico. Back to the line. Here come the Riverkings again. Gave it off and out. Bryceland skates in. He's got Tricarico with. Bryceland threw a couple. Tried to turn the corner and chopped it. And it ends up going over the net mouth as Scherf got a stick on it.
Yeah, he tried going short side top corner and just got a little bit too much elevation on it.
I will say this much. We did not see Noah Scherf, the 18-year-old defenseman of Greensboro, North Carolina, in the game yesterday. We've seen a lot of him in this one. He has been out there. He's drawn some tough assignments, made some good defensive plays. Number 5 for the Blue Hawks.
Oh, and you wonder if it's not fresh legs. If he didn't skate it all last night, that's
very possible.
You got the fresh legs, and he's got that little bit of an extra step.
Just out of the reach of Gavin Gordon. This one will go all the way down, and it's Kupalo on the take. A whistle for an icing call. 5:33 left here. The Riverkings trailing 4-2. Would love to see something happen off of this face-off.
Going to go face-off stick side, it looks like, and need 2 goals. He'd like to get one really soon with 5 minutes left.
So big face-off went back to Leopard, swung over to this side. Kupalo will play it down low. It is away from Peel. Leopard steps up to hold the play on side. Pass back to the point. Kupalo will have to pick it up at center again. Kupalo for Bryceland. Wanted to swing it on for LaJoy. Bryceland picks up the puck, looks to dance around Tommy Babb. Gets some help there from Nico Peel. Peel and Bryceland. Eventually pulled out of the pile by Babb. And now here come the Blue Hawks again. Zach Lamont for Gavin Gordon. Poked away from him. Riverkings are trying to turn the tide, but it's Babb stepping up, walking in, and he is denied. Big save by Ian Tubb. Threatened not over, though. Centering pass. That one's on the side of the net. Eventually swatted away by the Riverkings. And here's Babb again trying to step out. Got chopped down.
Just drew a penalty.
And that's going to be a penalty to the Riverkings with 4:36 left in the third.
I'm thinking LaJoy is going to go. He had his stick in front, and I think his stick kind of got caught in the boards and wasn't able to move forward. And was it Babb or Lamont that was tripped?
I believe it was Babb. So LaJoy to the box.
That's a killer.
Yep, 4:36 left here, so you kill off the penalty. That gives you 2:36 to try to get those 2 goals. Obviously, the Riverkings are dangerous shorthanded, but an extremely critical juncture, and the hill is pretty steep at this moment. We'll see what the Riverkings can do. Face-off is won by the Blue Hawks. Hender, shot, glove save made by Tum. And here's Falkide setting this one up and into the netting. Now, if you're the Blue Hawks, you might want to be a bit careful here, because if you take a penalty, go 4-on-4.
You're just playing in. You're doing nothing but helping the Riverkings if they can get sucked into one, but.
Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, though, in a face-off. Coming up back over the left-hand side of Ian Tum. Falkide to take the draw against Chase Mann. Mann wanted to play it forward. It ends up going into the corner. Oh, yeah. Riverkings might have got away with one there as Falkide had the stick down and Mann went fumbling over it.
Almost like he stepped on the stick. It wasn't intentional by Falkide, but I've seen that called before.
Yeah, you will see that called from time to time, but that one slips through. Now here comes Mike Cabrego with a hat trick already and an assist. Mike Cabrego over to the far side, going to feed it back to the point, and Mark Cabrego, who could not settle the puck down. And Hender has to retrieve out at center.
Well, and this is the thing that kills you. With only 3:50 left, the Blue Hawks are more than content to sit there behind their own net and just chew. Even though they're on the power play, they're more than content to sit there and just burn clock.
Yeah, with a 2-goal lead, you don't really need to go on the attack. You just need the puck possession, need to keep the Riverkings away as Sebastian Potter comes in and applies some pressure here. Short-handed on the forecheck. Down to 52 seconds left on the penalty. Babb swinging over for Mark Abrego. Potter has almost forced that turnover he's been seeking, but eventually picked back up by the Blue Hawks, and here's Mark Abrego. Potter getting all kinds of skating drills in right now. Now Kupala will activate and try to keep the play alive. It comes back to the line. Dominique long wrist shot got blocked by Tommy Babb. And here comes Barassa over at the far side. 25 seconds left of the power play with a shot save made by Tum. And he'll hang on. 23 seconds left on the power play. 2:59 left in the third.
Defensive zone faceoff here for the Riverkings. Like to win this, kill off the rest, but Blue Hawks win it.
They win, have possession. Myers with a shot. That one took a couple of deflections and then got brushed away by Tum. Lamont gives over for Myers. Returns to Lamont. Swings over to this side for Barassa. Fakes. Holds. Now surveys. Tosses down for Grafelman. Grafelman for Barassa again. Could get a shot off. Riverkings are back to full strength. Here is Lamont for Grafelman. His pass gets through. Babb back to the point. Barassa is there. Barassa for Babb once again. His shot. Save made by Tum. He'll hang on here. Now 2:23 left. See if the Riverkings are going to take their time out here. Might save it for a offensive zone face-off.
Yeah, see it. Well, see if you can get.
It's a face-off over the right-hand side of Tum. Popped around in the circle, played back ahead by the Riverkings. Out in center, this is Barassa. Jamison Clark content just to put it back into the Riverkings zone.
With a 2-goal deficit, I don't know if you can get a offensive zone face-off or get some control here. Maybe try and pull the goalie. Tried hitting Tricarico.
They had Tricarico at center and just got cut off there by Malutin. Here's Rosenberg. Taken again by the Riverkings. Kupalo with Tricarico working up the far side.
And he went to the bench.
Now misconnection on the pass. Here's Clark tapping back into the offensive zone. Rosenberg will give chase with Leppert trailing him. Here's Rosenberg again into the final 90 seconds of the third period. A 4-2 Blue Ox lead, trying to force a game 3 here tomorrow. Centering pass, Leppert dropped it back. Kupalo will give off, and now here comes Falkine with some speed. Falkine looking to rev up. He's dangerous. Dropped it back. Hill had his stick lifted, and Rosenberg will just softly tap that one back out to center.
Boy, the Blue Ox have done a really good job at just burning time, controlling the puck, intercepting passes. Got the Riverkings back on their heels and off their game a little bit.
Yeah, Riverkings haven't even had a chance to pull Ian Tum as he's still in net. Now down to 52 seconds left in the third. Here the Riverkings down at center again. Kupalo will skate in. Tum still in his net, and the Riverkings still can't get into that offensive zone. Swung over for Whitehead. He'll try to carry across the line. Plenty of black jerseys there. Fluttered back at the center. Kupalo picks the puck up again into the final 30 seconds of this period. Kupalo trying to get all the way through. Tap back out to center by the Blue Ox again. Swung over to the far side for Falkine. Into the final 20 seconds. Falkine dishes back. Shot from Bowman, and that one got deflected on the way to Johansson. Falkine run into the boards. And my friend, it looks like we are in for some Sunday hockey here tomorrow.
Back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
The Blue Ox take game 2, 4 to the final.
Central Standard Time.
Well, this was a gutsy effort from the Minnesota Blue Ox after the Riverkings beat them 6-2 yesterday. They came out with that 2-0 lead. Riverkings came back to tie it and had all of the momentum. But the Blue Ox find 2 more and ended up forcing the game 3 here tonight.